welcome back to the channel. I'm your host Amit, and today we are talking about how can you set a pay what you want price for your course. So we are still in the midst and the thick of the coronavirus, and a lot of us course creators are banding together, and we are pretty much giving away our courses so others can learn while they're sitting at home in lockdown. So I'm going to show you a few different ways you can set a kind of like a pay what you want price for your course, and this gives your visitors, your students, the ability to just pay whatever it is that they think is a fair price for your course. So there are a few different ways you can do it. The simplest way I'm going to save towards the end. That's kind of like the most basic way you can do it without too much technical knowledge required. So I'm going to save that towards the end, and then I'm going to show you a few other complex ways to really do a pay what you want kind of scenario. With that, let's get started. Alright, so the first way you can do this is by creating a donate now button in PayPal. What I'm going to do is I'm going to first show you in my school how I would put this, and I'm doing this in Zenler, but you can do it in any platform that you use. I just prefer Zenler because it's drag and drop, easy to use, and lots of functionality. I'm not going to get into that, but I'll leave a link in the description below so you can check that out. So I've added an empty block here, and what I'm going to do here is just add 100% row, and then within that I'm going to add a custom HTML element and put in my donate now button from PayPal. So if I go into settings here, I can simply paste that HTML content that I have received from PayPal. Okay, so I'm going to copy this to clipboard, go in here and paste it, and then this is what it looks like. You can, if you're good at HTML, you can change the height, the color, all of that fun stuff. So what I'm going to do is simply hit save and then preview this page, see what it looks, and then I'm going to show you how I did it. So it's this page right here. I'm actually going to copy this, open this incognito, and then if we scroll down, here's that donate button, and you can see whenever your visitors hover over this, they're going to see this PayPal option here, but you can also add PayPal logos if you want to. I just hit the donate button, and that brings me to PayPal, and here you can see I have set up 3 different donation amounts, or I have put in other amounts so they can pay what they really feel like paying for your course, and they can make this a monthly donation if they want. That'll make it recurring, or they can simply just hit the donate with PayPal button. So if I select 25 bucks here, I can click on donate by PayPal, and then they'll be redirected to PayPal to confirm that payment. Now how you can do that is, if we go back to my PayPal account, you're going to go to tools, click on all tools, and under this all tools section you're going to find the donate button under all buttons. So when you click on tools and all tools, you can see there's the option here called PayPal buttons. So I'm going to open PayPal buttons, and here you will see the donate option. So let's go through what the settings can be for this donate option. First, select your country, your language, and then button style, small or large. If you select large, you see the credit card icons under that, or you can use your own button image. For this, you'll need to upload your image to some website and put that URL in here. So for now, just for simplicity's sake and to save your time, I'm just going to select PayPal, continue. Now here you can have a logo. If you want to have your own company logo on that page, you can have that. So choose how your organization's name and logo display. I'm going to leave that blank as well. I'm going to put my org name in here, and this is what will show up on their credit card statement. So you can change that under organization settings, and then your purpose, why you're requesting this donate button. And then if you select yes, list programs, this is basically if you want your visitors to donate to charity. So in this case, we're just having them pay what they want for your course, which could be considered as a donation. So I'm just going to select no. And if you hover over this question mark, you can see why it's asking you to select yes or no. Finally, we're going to continue. Here, you can either say any amount, an exact amount, or you can select 3 amounts, and that's what I had done. So you can just say, and then you can also leave the any amount option in here, and then let donors make recurring donations. You can select yes or no. So in this case, if we select no, then that recurring option won't be available as we saw earlier. And then here's some optional settings. If you wanted to go through them, go through it on your own time. And then finally you will get this code. Copy this code, paste it in whichever school platform you're using, whether that's Teachable, Thinkific, Kajabi, New Zenler, or your favorite learning management system, and that's it. Now you can collect donations, and then you would need to set up a Zapier on the back end so that whenever you receive a donation through PayPal, you enroll them in that particular course. So that's one way to do it. Real quick, if you're new to the channel, consider hitting the subscribe button so you get notified every time I release a new video. The next way is Gumroad, and same concept here. So Gumroad is a free platform that allows you to collect money and also sell digital goods, and I'm going to show you an example by clicking new product here. So first option you're given when you sign up on Gumroad is, do you want to pre-sell a product, you want to sell a membership which would be recurring monthly revenue, or do you want to start selling just simple one-time sale? And that's our goal here. I'm going to call this pay what you want, and we're going to leave the amount at $5 because we can customize this later. And then we're going to click next, customize. Here you can describe your product. You will have your product image here, and then you can also see who it's being sold by, and then the cover image that will be kind of like for the page of the product. But we don't care about any of this. What we're going to do is come down here and select the pricing. Here you see this option, all customers, allow customers to pay what they want. If I enable this, you can set a minimum amount and also a suggested amount. So I can say suggested amount is $10, and see now here it's going to show you name a fair price option. And then you can add variations, you can limit sales, and also allow customers to choose a quantity. And then up here you can add details about your product. You can also change the call to action. You cannot have a custom call to action in here, but it's fine because you're just embedding this button on your own site anyways. You can hit publish. So I'm going to hit save changes, and let's go to checkout. You can add discount codes here at checkout, and if I enable this, they'll be able to add a coupon code upon checkout. Then payment, and finally receipt. I'm just going to hit save changes again, hit publish, and now I can hit share. I forgot to follow a step here, which should be when they buy this, what are they going to receive, which would be a file, or you can redirect them to a URL after purchase. So I'm just going to redirect them. Test this. Okay, perfect. And then you can also enable unique license keys if you're selling something which is going to require a one-time license key. Now I can hit publish. It's published. And then now to share this, I can simply embed this. So if I hit embed, I'm going to copy this code. Same thing. Let's go back into my editor. We're going to change the, actually going to duplicate this box. And then here, same thing. I'm going to change the settings. And in this, for this particular instance, we are going to be shown the embed form from Gumroad. Again, you can do this from whichever learning management system you're using. I know most of them allow you to add HTML codes on your landing pages, on your sales pages. So it shouldn't matter which learning management system you're using. Now let's hit save, and we can go back in here, open this incognito, and see if that change has taken effect. Here's what it looks like. Again, I haven't really customized this to make it look good. This is just to show you the different ways you can allow your students to do the name your own price for your course. So you can see name a fair price, and then here it's showing 10 plus. So I can just say $11 and hit pay. And then the beauty of Gumroad is that they stay on that same page unless they decide to pay with PayPal, in which case they will be redirected to PayPal. But the redirection is happening in a modal window, which means it just pops up right here. So you can see this one is more seamless, but there are certain aspects of this embedded cart that you cannot control because it's embedded. So you won't be able to control too much of the colors and the width here. But most people are visiting on their mobile device. So if I just close this, let me just close this, enable mobile responsive view, you can see the cart performs pretty well on mobile. So just keep that in mind when you are inserting these pieces of codes, that they most likely function well on cell phones, and don't worry too much about the desktop aesthetics because most of your visitors are probably coming from their mobile devices. And that was option number 2. Option number 3 is going to be called Buymeacoffee. Now I saw this on a website and it was pretty cool. I can't remember, it was a Chrome extension I think I downloaded, and then I was redirected to the developers page, and it basically had this Buymeacoffee button. And for this, you're basically going to go to buymeacoffee.com. So buymeacoffee.com, you sign up, you connect your PayPal, you can connect your Stripe account. And once you do, you're going to be brought into this overview page. And here you'll see there's a button generator, and you can change the color of the button, and you can also change the text of the button. So I can just say name your price. It doesn't look like you can remove this coffee thing, so for that purposes I'm just going to leave buy me a coffee. But if I was able to change the coffee cup, then it would make sense to rename the button. You can choose between 3 fonts: Arial, Lato, or default, and then you can also choose the different colors. So I'm going to pick and you cannot have custom colors, just the colors that come out of the box. Let's stick to the orange and copy the HTML code. Now same concept here, go back in here and you can see that button is right in here, open incognito. So now you have these 3 different ways that you can allow your students to name their own price essentially. And what happens is when they click on this buy me a coffee button, they're going to be taken to your page that you created on buymeacoffee.com, and here they can simply select your how much money they want to donate. Again, before you go down this road, just make sure that all of these integrate with Zapier, because if they don't, then you won't be able to enroll them as students into your course. It's a $3 cup of coffee, and I'll show you the back end as well. And then I can select 1 cups, 3 cups, or 5 cups, or I can just type in here 200 cups of coffee, and you can see the total amount changes on this button. And once let's just say all of this is optional. Looks like PayPal, since I've only integrated PayPal, that's my only option. If I had gone through the Stripe setup, you'll also see the credit card options in here. Now if we go back into the coffee option, what I can do is go into settings. See, I can connect Stripe, and that way I can start collecting credit card payments if I don't want to do just PayPal, or if you don't have PayPal. You can set your currency and your personal link. Then you can mark your content as NSFW, which stands for not safe for work, adult content. Add in your Google Analytics code, and also change your password. And then under account, you can select your country and your time zone, and then under notifications would be whenever someone makes a donation, you will get a notification. And you can go and explore these different products and see what else they offer. If I go to visit my page, we already saw what it looks like, but here's what the page looks like. And then you can also rename it to buy me or whatever, and display your supporter counts on how many people have supported your cause or donated to your page, or you can hide it. Finally, you have your thank you message here, and then towards the bottom you have something called goal setting, and this allows you to set a goal. Maybe you're raising money for charity or a cause, so you can set what that goal amount is, almost like Kickstarter. And if that goal amount reaches, then you can also show what the progress is post that goal amount. So those are some of the stuff. Again, you can log in here, play around with it. It's called buymeacoffee.com, and that's the third way you can collect payments. So we've already looked at PayPal donate buttons, we've looked at Gumroad, and then we have looked at buy me a coffee. Just make sure that all of these support Zapier integration, and do some testing before you go live with this, or you're going to lose revenue, or maybe you'll start getting revenue but you won't be able to enroll these people into your course. Now, the final and the most easiest way to do this is just through your learning management system, and I'm going to show you a quick example of how that would work. Instead of giving your visitors the option to name their own price, what you can do is I'm going to add a pricing block in here, and we have these cool pre-made blocks from Zenler, and essentially what you can do is drag one of these blocks, right? And now you can just name, let's say your course is selling for 97 bucks and you don't have any in the price point, you only have $97 as the price point. Now you can rename these, and again you can rename this as pay what you want, and instead of giving them the option to really pay what they want, you can just have 3 or 6 different pricing options and let them select which one of those 6 they're comfortable paying. So I can rename this, and then here I can just switch up the pricing options for this particular course, and once they hit the buy now button, they will automatically get enrolled. You don't need to worry about Zapier, no automations required, you don't need to worry about learning a secondary platform or making sure that everything works, because you're doing everything under that one umbrella. Yeah, it's not they cannot truly type in the amount that they want to pay, but you're giving them 6 options for the same course that you're only charging a one-time payment for. So I think this is probably a really great option for you to choose. That way you don't have to worry about any of the technical aspects of things. You just can concentrate on creating content and making sure that your tribe is happy, making sure you're engaged with your tribe, and not worry about any of the technical stuff. So those are my 4 ways on how you can create a name your own price kind of tool. Let me know what you think about it in the comments below. And there you have it, course heroes. That is how you can set up a pay what you want model for your course and give your students the ability to continue learning while they are stuck in their homes. And I hope wherever you are staying safe. Remember to wash your hands, and I will see you on the flip side.